Hey, good morning, all you classified lovely people. Welcome to our ARC core room. Love to be in Coach's garage, but we're gonna go for better lighting, a little better video system, see if we can pull this off. So today's workout is a chair workout. I know a lot of you are sitting in the chair, you're going, Coach, really don't want us to get out of the chair? No, I'm gonna show you what you can do in the chair, and you can do this multiple times throughout the day. It doesn't have to be just your 10-minute break and then spend 9 more hours in the chair. You can do it multiple times, 2 or 3 times. So the goal is I'm gonna give you 5 exercises, and we're gonna do about 15 repetitions. If that means, I get to 12 and I really don't feel very comfortable, then you're done. But we'd like to get kind of that magic number to be 15. So we're gonna do 3 exercises that involve our upper body and then 2 for our lower body. So we're gonna jump right in, and then you can take this and use this and go from there. So the first thing we wanna do is an overhead press. Now, as Coach Carson has talked about, our posture in the chair, right? We are taking our transverse abdominis, pulling that in, belly button towards our spine, and staying long and tall. We're not hunkered over here, all right? So we wanna get that right first. Now, for those of you that don't have dumbbells, say you didn't have any dumbbells, okay? I brought, and we made some dumbbells out of sand. So it's about 3 pounds for this, little 20-ounce bottle. So we're gonna take that, feet flat on the floor, in a very stationary position. Try to be on a surface where your chair's not gonna wanna roll a lot. If you're on a solid leg chair, that's good. But if you're in a rolling chair, make sure that you can lock those wheels in so we don't wiggle too bad. And all we're gonna take from that overhead position is in that tall seated portion, posture. I just wanna take this hand and I'm gonna go straight up and kind of rotate at the shoulder and then back down. So I wanna start with my palm kind of facing my jaw, and then I'm gonna just rotate it as we get to the top. If your shoulder allows and you can rotate your palm all the way out, beautiful thing. If not, just limit that rotation, but just don't be jerky with that. Be nice and solid and just exhale at the top and then bring it right back down. So if we're looking at it from that side, again, feet flat, shoulders nice and tall, long spine, pull that belly button in. We're just gonna press up and rotate that over, okay? Again, press up, rotate, and over. If there's any irritation or pain during that, let's find something else to do. But if that's a good exercise for you, I love the humeral rotation in that shoulder joint because it's really, really solid. We all tend to do this way too much. So we're gonna really encourage by rotating that elbow out, that palm out, really encourage those shoulders to stay back and up, okay? So do your 10, 12, 15 reps on one arm, slide over and do that. End of set or exercise number 1, okay? Any questions? You just call Coach Carson. No, it's easy. All right, on the next one, we're gonna do some bicep curls because you gotta have arms. I don't care where you are. Those arms are important, especially as we age. We've gotta be able to pull and carry things, okay? So I love, again, use our little shaker bottle, but on that bicep curl, I wanna slide just slightly forward in the chair, and I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna pull that arm straight up. Now again, at the palm facing away from me, I'm just gonna keep the elbow at my side and bring that up. At the top, I wanna squeeze the bicep, so it's maximizing its little contraction, and then come back down to a nice long stretch, okay? So from the side, we're coming up, squeeze that bicep at the top, and then right back down. We don't wanna let our arms swing out, because that's gonna force and fire that anterior deltoid. So we wanna keep that elbow right at our hip and let it come up and squeeze and back down. If you wanted to add something in there, we could do a bicep curl to an overhead press. So if you want to combine something, exercise 1 and 2, because your time constraints, you want to make it a little quicker together, you could take that bicep curl into that overhead press. Notice we're getting here and we're still getting that humeral rotation at the top. Okay, and again, 10, 12, 15 reps on one arm, make sure you get to the other side. Again, the whole time, we don't want to start hunkering down here. We want to stay tall. Make sure your core is involved, especially that low back, erector spinae. Feel that posture where you're sitting tall, okay? So feel that really well. All right, exercise number 3. We're gonna work the medial deltoid or the side raises here. So I'm gonna give you 2 options, okay? This is an option we did in my garage series. We made our own kettlebell. All this is a double bagged garbage bag with sand. Has about 5 pounds in it. You could put 10 pounds worth of sand in if you want. And we took the bag and we rolled it up and we folded it over, put duct tape on there, but we kept a loop so we can put our hand in it, okay? So I'm just gonna show you a couple of different ways. Again, sitting tall, we wanna lift straight out with our hands to our sides. I don't want those arms to get out in front. I would love for your arms to stay just in front of your chest, just in front of those shoulders, but that elbow leading the way, okay? So when we're out here, I don't want that elbow to drop. We want to try to take that elbow and lead the way, and I just kind of relax that wrist and let that weight come out there. When you grip too hard and you start doing this, now we've taken an emphasis off the deltoid, and we want to be really deltoid conscious. The other thing you want to be aware of is trying to get our traps involved too much. Try to depress the traps, sit tall, and just let that weight come up. You say, Coach, how high do I need to go? We don't need to go way up here. From our side, maybe about our earlobe level, something like that, and then back down. And again, I like doing the side raises 2 at a time, simultaneously. But if you only had 1 bottle or only had 1 bag, then you can obviously do that same exercise here. Say, Coach, what's the difference between the kettlebell and the weight? The kettlebell creates a little more instability because it kind of swings. So as you're doing this, your body kind of wants to move. So you're actively setting that core a little bit more. Even with your feet in the ground, you're gonna find your glutes and hamstring kind of engaging. So doing that is just a little bit more, because there's a little momentum going away. If you're not really braced, it'll kind of make you swing out there. But so it just involves that core a little bit more. Right? So a couple options with those. 3 things for your upper body. Shouldn't take more than maybe 2 minutes for each exercise. I'm hoping not. Okay, again, we're not trying to take up your whole day, just the best part of your day. All right, so the last 2 exercises, we're gonna get our lower body involved, okay? So the first one we're gonna do are single leg extensions. So number 1, we've gotta make sure that our chair is tall enough. There it goes. Okay, so on our chair tall enough to where when we extend our leg, we've got that foot just slightly off the ground. Okay, so want to make sure your seat is tall enough. Sit back in your chair on these exercises, where the other ones I kind of had you forward. I want you to sit back so you can feel the edge of the chair kind of right at the back of your knee. So when we're doing extensions, we're going to work that quadricep muscle. Okay, that's what we're going to use in extending our lower leg out. Okay, so in doing those extensions, I want you to go 1 leg at a time, put the other foot on the ground, sit up tall, and we want to squeeze to the top and then make these muscles tense up, contract those quads. Right back down, contract. Right back down, contract. Don't have to go super fast, but just nice and controlled. At the bottom, if you want to let the foot sit down, give the muscle just a slight break, go right back to it. If you want to keep the tension, don't let the foot touch the ground, and just keep that going. So again, 10, 12, 15 reps, right to the next leg, bang. Here we are, nice and extended at the top. Remember, at the top, I want to get maximal contraction. I'm still sitting up tall. We're not hunkered over, doing that. We want to be right here, nice and smooth. Get that good contraction. I'm a fan of holding it for a pause, 2 count at the top. Make that thing, you should feel all along that quad, up close to your hip flexor as you do those extensions. Again, you pick the reps. If you've got time for an extra set, even better, okay? All right, so the last one, we're gonna kind of combine a couple of things. If you're on a floor like this that is flat and mobile, muy bueno. If you're on your carpet, maybe a little challenging for you, but we're gonna do kind of some walk around, okay? So I'm gonna literally reach out in front of me and I'm gonna pull myself forward using the hamstrings, and I wanna make this seat walk. So I'm digging my heel in the ground, pulling with the hamstring, making that happen. Now, you go so far, you turn around, and we're gonna pull, and we're gonna walk. So now we're getting that hamstring, the backside of that leg, working, okay? So every time we pull in, you're bending that knee, we're making that hamstring and glute contract. So we're trying to get that action as we go. So again, if I only have a little bit of room in my office, pull with my right leg, pull with my left leg, and I turn around. And I pull with my right, let that come in there, reach out, dig the heel in, pull with my left. And again, try to come as far as you can, contracting that hamstring all the way up in your glute if you can feel it. Pull that all the way in. Again, so your space is like our space here. We got lots of room to walk around. But if you're in your office, you like say you only take 3 or 4 steps, turn around, do your 3 or 4 steps. And just keep working. You should feel that hamstring. I'm already feeling that. But remember, slide yourself forward just a little bit. Where before we were sitting back, I'd like this exercise to be there, okay? So if you want to combine 2 exercises, always about time efficiency, let's do our leg curl and leg extensions with what I'm calling a pull and a push. So we're gonna walk it forward as far as we can, and then we're gonna push off that single leg, going back, getting that quad. Okay, so again, depending on how much room you have, start your heel as close to the chair as you can, and then push back. Get that leg to extension. Then get the other foot down and push back to extension. And then we're just doing the reverse coming back. Dig the heel in, pull it in, dig that heel in, pull it in, and so on, okay? So again, the idea is throughout your day, try to take 10 minutes. Okay? If you can't get up and you can't get out, you can't walk, I'm in my chair. But we're getting all kinds of good work done, okay? Finisher to this whole deal, bum squeezes, okay? Sitting up and we gotta squeeze our glutes, hold it for a 3, 4, 5 count, sit down. Squeeze our glutes, squeeze, 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 and sit back down. That, my friends, you should be doing throughout the whole day. Because as Carson's talked about already, and I've got some other things about our core and activation, don't just sit in that chair, okay? Get up, get out, get moving. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.